Look how sad and wilty the leaves. And here's one more, sort of half survived and half not. I think I'll trim it up. Trim off that part. And maybe keep some of this. This doesn't seem to be all the way gone yet. And I have room in this garden to experiment with keeping plants in. Here is a loofah growing out of season. If you want to grow loofah in the southwest desert, it does very well. But you got to plant it in the spring. This one came up in the fall and did not last through the freeze. You can see these wilty leaves. This cowpea is done. And by comparison, there are things that do well. So there's a cowpea, you can see all the leaves crunched up and wilting, and right next to it is a beet, and it's just fine. Beautiful leaves. So some things hold up well after a freeze and some things don't. There's another beet. Look how pretty. Eggplant looking pretty bedraggled. It's not dead yet though, and I'm thinking of maybe keeping it. I don't have anything else that needs to go in this spot in winter. So I thought I might trim off some of these dry leaves, and then some of these that are still looking pretty living and nice, I thought I'd keep them. Because what if we have a mild winter and an eggplant can keep producing? We'll see. We'll see how much of autumn and winter it still has in it. Kale looks fantastic after the freeze. This pepper plant figured it would go ahead and survive. Turnips, carrots, survived just fine. Perhaps the greatest surprise for me is that the yod pha bed is still going. I thought these were surely done for, and they're not. I got a full harvest, first harvest from them, and I am now wondering, can a second grow? So all these plants are going to stay in the ground, and we'll see what happens next. Onions also hold up through a freeze. The tomato plant is another one that has some beautiful leaves still on it and shows signs of frost damage. So I thought this would be another plant that I will trim up and perhaps just leave it in the garden a little while longer. I just want to check if these carrots are ready. Oh, it's a tiny one. Still gonna eat it. That's okay with me. Oh, that's a little bit bigger. I'm gonna oven roast these. You just put it in a pan in the oven with a little olive oil on it. 400 degrees Fahrenheit. For about 20 minutes or longer if you like them done longer. I would have done the whole clump, but these two, I think I'm gonna keep them a little longer. My dog must not be in the yard. She can smell a carrot a mile away. She would be over here begging if she were in the yard with me. Last but not least, I have some parsley growing underneath this pomegranate tree. And my main reason for growing parsley is to go in homemade falafel. So I'm just going to grab a couple of these. For a carrot. Want it? Not today. Poor doggy has a tummy ache today and she does not want a carrot. How about we take this radish too? See what an oven roasted radish tastes like. I've never done that. Might as well take some turnips too. These autumn days are so peaceful and so mild. It's fun to see what's still growing in the garden and what's on its way out. Here at the end of November, after Thanksgiving, get some urban city noise in the background. The garden sure is a pretty place. If you live in the Southwest desert, consider autumn, fall, winter gardening. It's a possibility here. There are some things that are frost and freeze tolerant, and a couple of things that are finishing up now. And it's sure a pleasure to come out to the garden and see what there is to eat and see what's growing. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day. Happy gardening.